What? Dustin frowned when Florence's gaze swept toward him. Why are you looking at me? Are you telling me to be the scapegoat? What the fuck, he thought. Dustin. Florence forced a smile. She took an apple out of her fruit basket and handed it to Dustin. Aren't you hungry? Here, have an apple. What are you trying to do? Dustin looked at her warily. It only raised suspicions more with Florence going out of her way to be kind to him. Well, you heard what we said, didn't you? Florence forced out a sweet, kind smile. You've always been a kind person. I'm sure you can't bear to see us lose our money like this, so I hope you can do us a favor. What favor? Dustin had his guard up. Don't you know a few rich women? Why don't you help us sell off those abandoned buildings? You're asking me to scam people for you? Dustin raised an eyebrow. How could you say that? Florence feigned innocence. We're not deceiving anyone, we're simply repurposing waste. Those wealthy people aren't short on money anyway, so think of it as doing a good deed. She's right. Julie nodded. Dustin, the abandoned buildings in Eastville might seem worthless now, but they actually have high potential. We don't have the financial ability to continue developing them, but they might have a new chance if those who are rich take over them. Hold on. Dustin raised his hand to stop Julie. Where did you say the buildings were? Eastville, near the suburbs. Why? Julie was puzzled. The abandoned buildings in Eastville? After getting confirmation, Dustin smiled. You guys got lucky. Those buildings are worth a lot of money. Worth a lot of money? The others exchanged confused glances. They couldn't understand how that failed investment could be worth any money. Besides, why would they sell those buildings if they knew they were of any worth? I heard that those buildings are going to be redeveloped soon, so you guys hit the jackpot this time, Dustin said with a smile. This was what Azalea had told him earlier at the cafe. He just didn't expect Florence and the others to be lucky enough to get a head start. What nonsense are you spouting? Julie frowned. Those buildings have been abandoned for more than 7 years. No one dares to take over it, yet you're saying that they're going to be redeveloped. What a joke. She's right. If they were worth a lot of money, people would have fought to snatch them up instead of leaving them there. Victoria huffed. Where did you get that fake news, Dustin? Shut up if you don't know anything, James snapped. It was bad enough that Terrence had successfully scammed them, but did Dustin think that they were idiots? How could he lie to them as well? I'm not lying. Those buildings will be astonishingly valuable. Dustin replied calmly. There's a good chance that those properties under your name will multiply in value tremendously in a few days, so you shouldn't sell them off. Nonsense. Multiply by several times? That's nothing but wishful thinking, Julie snapped. Even if you're not going to help, why are you trying to deceive us? Florence dropped the act, and her tone turned harsh. It's just friendly advice. If you don't believe me, forget it. Dustin shrugged. He believed that Azalea wouldn't tell such a lie, so it in value was very likely that those buildings were going to shoot up soon. It was just that not many people knew about that yet. I'm just telling you to find a scapegoat. Why do you keep talking nonsense? You're so useless. Florence snapped resentfully. Florence was sure that Dustin was merely refusing to help them. Just then, Julie thought of an idea and said, Dustin, didn't you say that those buildings are worth a lot? We'll sell them to you right now so that you can make a lot of money. What do you think? That's right. Florence echoed. You should buy them since you seem so interested. That'll benefit both of us. This is your opportunity. How could I take it away from you? Dustin refused politely. It's all right. We're a family. We'll be happy if you make money too. Florence coaxed enthusiastically, gleeful to have found a scapegoat. She's right, Dustin. Don't worry about it. You shouldn't miss such a great opportunity. Exactly. Just remember to treat us to a meal when you get rich. Everyone smiled so sweetly and acted extremely enthusiastically after finding such a dumb scapegoat. Are you sure you want to sell them to me? Dustin pressed. Of course. We won't take a single penny from you. We just want you to return the principal. Florence frantically nodded. Are you sure you won't regret your decision? Dustin raised an eyebrow. I swear it on my life. Florence swore. She's right. We swear it on our lives. The others echoed. All right, then. I'll buy them. Dustin smiled. There's no reason for him to refuse free money. Are you crazy? Those buildings are worthless. Why would you purchase them? Dahlia couldn't watch this go on anymore. She didn't expect him to actually buy them. We should let him buy them if that's what he wants. Why are you stopping him? Julie grumbled. She's right. You shouldn't stop him from earning big money. Florence shot her daughter a look, telling her to not stop him from being their scapegoat, or they would lose all their money. Enough. Dahlia frowned. I don't care if you try to swindle others, but I won't allow you to do that to Dustin. We're not forcing him to buy them, he volunteered. Julie huffed. Don't buy them, Dustin. Dahlia warned. They'll be worth a lot of money soon. Just trust me. Dustin smiled tiredly. They're obviously trying to scam you. Why won't you listen to me? Dahlia was frustrated at how stubborn he was being. Let them be. I have enough money anyway. Dustin remained unaffected. You. Furious, she spat. Fine. Do as you please. I don't care anymore. She walked over to the other bed and sat down angrily, ignoring him. Forget about her, Dustin. Let's continue our discussion. Oh, right. James. Hurry up and print out the contract. We should get this over with today. Florence tugged on Dustin's arm, worried he might escape. No problem. With twinkling eyes, James dashed out of the room. I'll prepare a contract too. Julie quickly followed suit. The contracts were signed 20 minutes later. Dustin received the title deeds, while Florence and the others got back their money. As soon as they received the money, Florence and the others began cackling and jeering at Dustin, whom they believed was an idiot. They marveled at the idiot they found.